Hey, so yeah, today I'm in my bathtub, and that is because my littlest is taking a nap, and the last thing we want to hear is a screaming baby. So, the reason why I'm here today is I wanted to talk to you about big feet. And I have big feet. And if you're tall, you probably have big feet, and I'm tall. And some people who aren't that tall still have big feet. And if you're a female, that can bother you. Some people more than others. I'm aware of it, but it doesn't bother me to the point where it drives me nuts. But I do tailor my shoe choices around my foot size. Foot size. But what I wanted to talk about is how to choose shoes based on having big feet. And I wanted to help you with knowing what types of shoes to avoid and what types of shoes to look for. Not just heel or flat, but also closed-toe and sandals. So let's start with sandals. What I like to go for in flats is I love flip-flops. They're very comfortable for me. They're easy to get in on and get it off. So something that I want to show you with sandals is a problem that I see with a lot of women, and maybe they don't care. If they don't care, props to them. This is not about judgment. This is about feeling comfortable in your own skin or feet and walking a mile in your own shoes and loving it. So here is an example of a shoe. I know it's a heel, but I don't actually buy any of these that are flats. But if you see this line, see how it points straight down to the toe? Well, it's just the same with dressing for your body type. If you are looking at lines, which we're looking at the lines here, not the decorations per se, but the lines of this shoe are going long ways. Now, if you have long, big feet, that is going to accentuate the length of your foot. Because just as when you're dressing, horizontal stripes make you look wide. But stripes that are going to go up and down are going to make you look longer. Well, that's the same concept with your foot, but right now we're not wanting to go up and down and make ourselves look longer. So avoid anything that has an up and down line here, or if there's decorations or patterns going sideways like this, because that is just going to highlight the length of your foot. The same goes for flats. If you're wearing a flat, what most people are going to see aside from the toe when they're looking at the side is a long line coming to the side to side. Try to get that and use colors or patterns with decorative features to break up that line. Now, what I like to do for my flats is I like to go first the little strappies like this, or something similar, even just the simple thing like you would have with a flip-flop, a thong. But this is gonna break up the lines of your foot that people are seeing. It's not gonna be one long line to look at. It's gonna make your foot a little bit wider, so if you have long, wide feet, I'm sorry, there's not much I can tell you, but this is gonna break up the lines, and it's gonna look a lot cuter on your foot than the other ones, and it's gonna minimize the look of the length. Another thing I wanna talk about is, this is similar. You have the thong look, but this is a thicker line. So the thicker lines are gonna look more like arrows, and what do arrows do? They point, and this is pointing straight down to your toes. And that is going to also accentuate the length of your foot. Now, you can minimize that. If you want to wear something like this with those lines, you can minimize it with a heel. Because a heel is going to lift your foot up and it's going to break up that straight line look. It's going to give it a more gradual look depending on the height of your heel. Now, going back to flats, I wanted to say ballet flats are a big no-no if you want to avoid making your feet look like boats. Try to get a small heel or use colors. Like if you use a one that has a black front and back, and the middle is a different color, because we can use color to also break up the look of the length. Just like when you wear dark colors, it makes you look slimmer or smaller. brighter, bolder colors are going to draw more attention to your foot. So use that to your advantage as well. And one final thing I wanted to say about shoes in heels. The best thing for making your foot, whether it's closed-toed, mostly closed-toed, but closed-toed or a sandal heel, is looking for a hidden heel. So like if you're wearing boots or a heel like this is going to minimize, because see how this comes out? This is where the real line of your foot is going, right there. But see, look at this. This base that meets the floor is smaller than the actual length of your foot. So that minimizes the look as well. So I hope these tips help you when selecting shoes. And just remember, if you have big feet, it's to keep you from falling over. I hope this helps. Have a great day.